Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to I Allegedly. I have got a good one for you today because customer service is dead. It's done. It's finished. Plus, there's so much business news to cover right now. Please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. And today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold. And guys, let's get right into it. I covered this on the private channel. I went into a McDonald's yesterday. I had to donate some furniture to a veterans organization here in Southern California, and I went and dropped it off. And I'd not eaten all day, and it took me an hour to get to this place. So I'm trying to find a place to park, and I had this big van yesterday, so I couldn't go through the drive-thru. So I ended up at McDonald's. I'll get a fillet of fish, and I'll get out of here. Okay. First of all, there are no people taking orders. You got to use a kiosk. Now, if you want to change your order or do anything, you can't. You can't. Oh, I want, no sauce. I want you to add ketchup to it. Whatever. You can't do it. Okay? Because you're not speaking to anybody. Just order it and be happy and move along. Now, here's what was crazy was twice while I was there, in the 10 minutes I was there, people walked in, grabbed bags on the counters, in one door and out the other, stealing food. Okay? Saw it with a bag of food, what was in it. And another one was a big, tall iced coffee. Hey, do you have number 160? Yeah, it was just up here. Oh. And I'm like, oh my God, the one blonde chick just took it. Walked out. Ha ha, isn't that funny? Got to steal it. So again, the woman at McDonald's made these people wait forever. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's not saving them money. It's going to get them to bankruptcy. Now, the next thing is Carvana. There is a great story in the video description below about Jana, who bought a 2021 Lexus from Carvana. Isn't that great? Well, can't get her paperwork, can't get answers on DMV issues, warranty issues, anything. She made a payment on the car already and still like, hey, I really need this. I got to get this for the insurance company and this, and this, and even my registration for my car. Okay. Anyways, well, your car's getting delivered tomorrow. They sent her out a second car. Now you can sit there and go, isn't that amazing? Well, you don't get to keep the second car, guys. They're going to, someone's is as, excuse the R word, as ridiculous as Carvana is, they're going to catch giving somebody a $22,000 Lexus car. Okay. So a complete mess, complete shenanigans, cannot get it straightened out. And Carvana has just had a laundry list of problems with their customer service that I want to share with you. And you guys, we've talked about this. Titles you can't get, don't pick up the cars, don't get the payments, don't transfer cars. I know a woman that sold her car, and the person that bought the car drove it through the toll lanes illegitimately, and they had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars of toll bills that they sent the old owner to collection. I'm like, didn't you cancel your toll roads account? No, they told me they were going to take care of it. Who would do that? You got to do that yourself. Now, the next one is Audi, okay? Person got a nail in their tire, and they took it to the Audi dealership. And by the way, don't ever take your car to the dealership is what the title of this article is, which got my attention. And because they had a nail in the tire, when they took it out, the guy says, listen, before you leave, I got to hook it up to the computer. And all these sensors went off. Tire sensor, pressure sensor. Is the car off balance now? They filled it up. Everything was fine. Got the pressure back, everything, but had to put it on the computer, which made it, an hour long. So again, customer service, guys, is off. Customer service is broken. Nobody out there wants to give you good service. A buddy of mine wrote me about how there is a Subway sandwich shop filed for bankruptcy, one of the largest ones here in California, franchisees here in California, going out of business. And again, I hated that food for the longest time. I haven't eaten there. I have not had a Subway sandwich since the tuna DNA scandal, where they said, is there any discernible tuna DNA in their tuna? And they had a lawsuit over that. Okay. Well, what is it, guys? Oh, it's a variety of whitefish. Okay. Well, it's a variety of gross if it's like that. But again, other people have turned them down and not shopping there. And, like my brother said, when that idiot got arrested, that was enough for him never to eat there again. But I digress. Okay. People don't get it. I am telling you, everybody that I deal with that works on my home, everybody I deal with that works on my car, I only like to deal with customer service, good customer service. And you can tell people that have good customer service. When my late girlfriend was here, we could tell inside of 5 minutes if we had a good healthcare practitioner. That simple. You could tell if they liked their job, they liked where they worked, they liked the patients. You could tell. You could also tell doctors that hated their jobs and hated everything and how their bedside manner was. And still, the person that diagnosed Lisa, that told her cancer recurrence is back, is, oh, well, I guess it's back to chemotherapy for you. That guy, we got fired. It was that, and that was one of the greatest days of our lives because it was awful, an awful way to find out that your life had been changed that bad in that quickly by that clown. And again, can't swear on this side. So, a friend of mine's wife is going through cancer treatment right now, and it's been about 8 months now. And that's the one thing we talked about last week was, isn't it wild how now that you're in this and you're knee deep in it, that you can tell good doctors from bad doctors? He's like, oh my God, are you, we changed doctors because of you. We wanted more answers. We wanted to ask questions of our doctor to have him not go and do a Dan. You know what I mean? It was ridiculous. So they have this woman that explains everything to them now. Treatment's going well, but again, it's her life. Okay. And again, customer service sucks right now. There is no good customer service right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. All this stuff with Carvana and all these car companies, what's going to happen when one of these companies goes out of business? When you have, CarMax or one of these places, if they go down for the count. And I mean it. You're going to sit there and you're going to find out that these people have not paid registration, they've not done transfers properly, and you're going to be screwed, So mark my words, guys. You're going to see it. So let me know what experiences you've had. It's funny. There was and I don't know why this story was sent to me. A beloved Michigan restaurant was closed, and it was fantastic, and it only made it 3 years, but it has to close its door. It wasn't beloved, guys. The place sucked. It was called Rock Salt Brewery, excuse me, in Lansing, Michigan, and they only made it 3 years. And it was an eclectic group of steaks and burgers and craft brewery. No one went there. No one went there. So it wasn't beloved. That's the thing that people think. I am telling you, the last thing on this earth would be opening a restaurant right now. My brother's wife owns a restaurant that's very successful, and she is there. Literally, you want to find her, she's there. Okay? And they've had it for 60 years. And the reason why it's successful is because of the family and everything they've done. And it just doesn't happen by accident. So let me know what you think so far. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. The value of the dollar keeps dropping, and it's at a 2-year low right now. Even with this new budget that they've talked about, it looks like our deficit is only going to go up. That's bad for us. It's bad for the economy. You need to protect yourself, and you need to call Patriot Gold Group today and get yourself into precious metals. 888-330-1431. Do it now before it's too late. They have over 2,000 5-star reviews. They have the no fee for life IRA, 401ks backed by precious metals, but look at what experts are doing. They're all buying gold and silver right now. The technical charts say that we could see gold hit $7,000 an ounce. That is double where it's at right now, guys. You don't want to miss out on this. They sell all types of metals, silver, palladium, platinum, and gold. Contact them today. 888-330-1431. Let them know that Dan from I Allegedly sent you. Now, there is a lot more to cover, and we just got inflation numbers, and we just found out that personal consumption expenditure, which is the thing that economists like to use the most to gauge inflation, went up 0.1%. Oh my gosh, it's now at 2.3%, where it was at 2.2% before. The thing that I like right now is these numbers are real. They're not inflated and ridiculous. Now, again, guys, prices went to the moon, okay? and now they're just here, okay? They're not going to drop. They're not going to drop 25%. One thing that, we get all these stories about how tough the used car market is, what deals they are. You got guys like me saying, get ready for price drops. And then I found a great article from a car site talking about, hey, there's no $20,000 used cars. Here's the thing, guys. You can get a $3,000 used car, you can get a $5,000 used car. What do you want to drive? Does it have to have the computer? Does it have to have a warranty? Does it have to have everything perfect and be 2 years old? No, it doesn't. So drive what you want to drive. But what you're seeing, because the average price of a car is almost $50,000 for a new car, you're starting to see the price of used cars at the dealership peak the $20,000 mark, which is insane and it's ridiculous. So, excluding food and energy, personal consumption expenditure hit 2.6%, but it's 2.7% overall. And again, some people are very upset about that. Some people are happy about that. How about John Paul Mitchell? He has the healthcare brand. Okay, did I get that name right? He is moving to Texas. John Paul Mitchell, yeah. You know what's crazy? He's got a business where they teach people how to cut hair, and all the salons are moving, out of Southern California. And I mean, the salons are moving, it's going to move to a small town with 6,000 residents, and it's going to bring about 100 jobs there. So again, another business that does $1.1 billion in sales is leaving California. That's devastating, guys. That is absolutely devastating. Apple last week, spent $517 million on Bay Area real estate, just accumulating things that are rental units that they're going to turn into their personal property. Now, again, deals, but they spent, $500 million on this to have more real estate in their arsenal. Apple's not going anywhere. Apple's not leaving California. Apple's not leaving the Bay Area. So, but they're buying these units to go out and to convert them to their buildings, which is wild when you think about that. That's an Aaron Smiles type, story. Couple things that are crazy. Unemployment right now. What's the highest sector? This is awful. College graduates that can't get a degree in the area that they were trained in and got a degree in. That's the highest sector of unemployment right now. Man, that is horrible. That is horrible. Elon Musk, I don't need you to have a college degree to work for me. And again, it goes up and down. Do you like Elon Musk? Do you hate Elon Musk? Do you like Tesla? Do you like the robo-taxis? Will you work there? Will you work at SpaceX? Again, imagine spending all that money being saddled with all that debt that doesn't go away. It's going to stick with you, okay? And you're going to not be able to get a job. Now, my son, wants to be an actor, wants to be a filmmaker, he doesn't mind being a waiter while he's doing all that stuff. And he's making a good living doing that, paying his bills and working at high-end restaurants, okay? So is that his chosen profession? Of course not. But is he happy doing it? Yes, he is. Barclays Bank is the latest bank to ban crypto purchases. No more crypto purchased through any Barclays card. In fact, if you do it, we'll cancel the card. So you run the risk of this stuff with these banks right now, guys, blocking this stuff. So, I love stuff like that, I really do. Just because, the whole thing with the crypto thing's fascinating. A lot of people have made money. The problem with it is that there's a lot of people that just don't pay their taxes on it. They get this money and, transfer sales back and forth. Every time there's a purchase and a sale, you're supposed to report that to the, Internal Revenue Service when you buy low and sell high. Okay. Well, the banks are fed up with that. Great thing from the Office of the Comptroller. Think about this. People walk into banks and set up bank accounts, and they lie, and they're fake bank accounts, fake numbers. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, we talked about them. They have those reports. They issued a scathing amount of reports yesterday and Friday. And the cool thing with this is one of them really caught my eye because it's the TIN, your financial number, your tax identification number. That right now, they're allowed now to use a third-party system. You walk in there and say, "Hi, I'm Dan, and my social is 599." Throw a couple sixes in there. No. Going to check with a third party now. Now, will there be more fraud and stuff like that? No, they say it's going to eliminate that, but you're not going to be able to open up a bank account. And what it's going to do for you scoundrels out there is if you open these bank accounts, they're going to take that money if they find out that you lied about your tax identification number. Oh, that's not good. Great story from a real estate investor. Here's the thing. I have a buddy that he and his wife have looked for a house for 2 years. And she works in a city called Lake Forest. And he's like, God, it would be great because I work from home if we could get close to her work. They found a townhouse and they got 100% financing loan on this place. Okay. Which I was like, you really want to do that? And he's like, I can swing the payment. I don't care. If it goes down, I can put more money down the house. I don't care. So they've been saving, have all this money for a down payment, didn't put a dime down. It's sitting in the bank. Now, would you do that? I wouldn't do that. But can they afford it? Yes. There is a real estate investor who I have the story below, Jeremy Baker. And Jeremy Baker says, you guys are focused on the wrong thing right now when it comes to real estate. You're focused on interest rates and things that you have no control over. If you want to be a landlord, and this guy owns over 30 properties, you need to focus on the rents, the quality of the renter, the how you're going to get your repairs done, who's going to maintain it, your collections. And he just had a laundry list of stuff. I'm like, oh, that's really solid advice. And again, asking people that do something that you don't do would explain it. But the guy's like, hey, if you want to buy a house right now, enjoy your 7% interest rate. That's what it's going to be right now. And by the way, my friend, I think he paid a quarter of a point higher than, if you would have put 20% down. Okay? Do the math, guys. It's his house. It's his math. Now, was that the smart thing to do? Was it the dumb thing to do? Who knows? It's his decision. And they're totally happy with it. Totally thrilled. Had the landlord throw in a new furnace, all this stuff to it, It's really cool. Okay? So let me know what you think about that. But this Jeremy guy brings up some good points. Live within your means, plan it out. Now, if you're going to kid yourself, this is not what this is. You're going to see a lot of people get divorced. You're going to see a lot of people go down because they're going to lose their job. Now, when this happens, can you afford? How long can you live? How many months do you have? Well, I talked about that restaurant earlier. They didn't have enough money to keep that place open. They've been open 3 years and it's beloved. That's nonsense. It's not beloved. There'd be a line out the door with a word like beloved. Okay? The place was okay that nobody went to and the prices were probably too high in Michigan. Okay? Final story. It's a great thing. Don't forget, we have a private channel and there's been some scathing videos on there lately. And I love the fact that I can talk freely and maybe use a curse word every now and then when I'm describing something ridiculous. Okay? But that's just me because I'm a, old boy. Anyways, final story, which is insane, is think about this with your homeowner's insurance. What if your homeowner's insurance doubled over the next 5 years in price? Could you afford that? Wow, that's a tough decision. A lot of people couldn't afford that. That's what you have to look to. Okay? You're going to see so many people that their homeowner's insurance is going to absolutely double in price over the course of the next 5 years. No claims? Well, yeah, who cares? I'm telling you guys, whenever I talk about things like insurance, like I talked about the scrape of the car and things like that, somebody said, yeah, then all of a sudden you have some guy files a lawsuit 3 and 4 years later. You have to protect yourself, guys. That's why you have insurance, so they can sign releases and things like that. Because if they ever screw up and somebody tries to sue you later on and they got a check and they didn't sign off on it, yeah, then the insurance company's the responsible one. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget I Allegedly Live. Don't forget to sign up for the email list too. And onward and upward, guys. I'll see you soon.